Hello and welcome to LMU Community TV News. I'm Ashley Collingsworth. Thank you for joining us. Sunday afternoon, the Lincoln Memorial University Rail Splitters were greeted by dozens of cheering fans as they made their return to Tex Turner Arena. Fans, friends, university faculty and staff, and several media affiliates were on hand when the team stepped off the bus. The team was greeted with applause and cheers as they pulled into the parking lot to congratulate them on their remarkable run in the NCAA Division II tournament. The Rail Splitters came one win shy of the ultimate goal to bring home the national championship. The team made history by making it to the championship game, and even without the win, the team was still impressed with their overall season, and as they stepped off the bus, they all stood tall with their heads held high. Player Dorian Pinson says that this is not the end for the Rail Splitters.
It's truly a blessing to have all the support, to know that people follow us and know that they have love for us as much as we love them. To see them come to the games as far as getting everybody for the community to come out, it's just truly a blessing to see. We definitely look to be back next year. We just got to put in a lot of work. We know what it takes this time. Getting there, that was our first year, so we know what it takes and we'll definitely be back.
The Rail Splitters finished the season with an overall record of 34-3. The Student Osteopathic Medical Association at Lincoln Memorial University DeBus College of Osteopathic Medicine, in conjunction with LMU DCOM's Community Wellness Program, is hosting a Second Harvest Mobile Food Pantry and Wellness Fair on Saturday, April 2nd. The Food Pantry and Wellness Fair is being held in the LMU DCOM parking lot on LMU's main campus. The mobile food pantry will be available from 10 until 4 or until food runs out. It is estimated that the same event that was held in October fed over 650 people, and they are hoping that the next one will exceed that number. There are also additional 13 community partners that will set up booths, and approximately 200 households from the tri-state area are expected to visit. Both students and staff from LMU DCOM will be participating in the wellness fair and will be on site to perform blood pressure checks, body mass index screenings, and osteopathic manipulative medicine. The event is open to the community and games will be held for children. A few of the participants that will be there will be University Medical Clinic along with the Claiborne County Health Department. Law enforcement agencies from around the tri-state met at Lincoln Memorial University with a representative of the Governor's Highway Safety Council to discuss initiatives to make our roads safer. Steve Dillard from the Governor's office spoke on how the state is working with local agencies to reduce the fatality rate on Tennessee's roads.
We're here with Steve Dillard this morning, and this is the Governor's Highway Safety Council meeting on the campus of Lincoln Memorial University. It is being sponsored by the Lincoln Memorial University Police and Safety Department here. Mr. Dillard, could you tell us what the program is all about and why you're all here?
Sure. Today we've come together. There's about 8 agencies that are represented, as well as the Tennessee Highway Patrol and the Virginia State Police. We're coming together to talk a little bit about some of the enforcement activities and educational activities that we'll be conducting as spring comes in and as we start preparing for the summer weather. We were going to talk a little bit about our seatbelt usage rate and how to encourage our agencies to work with their community and trying to get people to wear their seatbelts and to obey the law on that. And hopefully we'll come up with some plans and some activities this summer that will hopefully save our people's lives on the roadways and hopefully to get our seatbelt use a little higher than where it is right now.
The meeting was hosted by LMU Chief of Police and Safety, Cesar Gracia.
Chief, could you tell us why Lincoln Memorial is hosting this event?
The location where we're at right now, where we're in the tri-state area, it's a great opportunity for us to bring to the attention of the importance of seatbelt awareness. And so we partnered up with the state of Virginia, state of Kentucky, of course, Tennessee, and the local agencies to host this event, which allows us to get the message out to the bigger communities out there.
Seatbelt safety is a nationwide problem. How are we combating it here on campus? I know a lot of students say, well, I'm just jumping in the car and going up to the Math and Science building, and they don't buckle up. How do we get students to start buckling up here on campus?
That's part of one of the main reasons of this program. Now we'll be able to put the events on Pathway, advise them that this SAFE campaign is in effect. We'll initially begin with, we'll stop them and it'll be just a verbal warning, so to speak, make certain wear your seatbelt, because the key thing at the end of the day, we want to make certain that they're safe, They're able to get not only around campus, but when they step off campus. So this is a great time to kick that off, get the message out to them, and hopefully help us save some lives.
According to Dillard, the focus of the meeting was to bring attention to causes of accidents and fatalities in Tennessee and the tri-state area. Local departments from Tazewell, New Tazewell, Lee County, Virginia, the National Park Service, Claiborne County, and LMU participated, along with the Tennessee Highway Patrol, Virginia State Police, Kentucky State Police, and the Greene County Sheriff's Office. Well, if you heard the wail of a siren last Wednesday, there was no need to panic. It was just the Lincoln Memorial Police and Safety Department testing their warning siren.
We're testing out our alert systems for the campus. We have the siren on top of the arena, which notifies pretty much all of our campus and even some of Harrogate. We're also testing our access controls, so if we were to have a lockdown for an active shooter or something like that, we're testing, make sure that all of our emergency equipment and notifications are working.
There are several different signals that can be heard coming from the siren, and Snow explains a few of those reasons.
Well, we have our officers positioned out to make sure for our lockdown mode that all of our access controls, they're all functioning properly and are working as they should in case of an emergency. And also, we also send them out when we do the siren to make sure some buildings, you know, they have hall after hall, they're kind of in the interior of a building, and so it's hard for them to hear, but we'll make sure that, you know, notification goes out. We also use E2 Campus, which if they can't hear the siren, they will be notified that way.
The testing for the siren takes place at least 3 times a year, but they want to make sure that there are no interruptions for classroom learning.
We usually do it in the spring. We try not to disrupt classes and everything too much, so we will do one during the summer when classes aren't in full session with the undergrads and everything, and then we're doing it here during spring break when the classes aren't full, so we try not to disrupt the academic progress as much as we can.
Be sure you stay tuned to LMU Community TV News for information on future tests. Well, the start of spring is a special time on the Lincoln Memorial campus. Spring sports are in full gear, the trees and flowers are blooming, and it marks the annual arrival of the Kanto students from the Kanto program. Each year, approximately 75 students from Japan arrive on campus to participate in the Kanto exchange program with Chukyo School. The students in this cultural exchange will participate in the classes at J. Frank White Academy until May 13th. The LMU Kanto program has been in existence and going strong since 1977. Well, coming up after the break, a local landmark is going to be a part of a huge celebration. To find out where and when, keep it right here on LMU Community TV News.
Celebrate 100 years of America's national parks this April, 9th, 10th, and 11th at Cumberland Gap's An American Memoir. Come face to face with our ancestors and their decisions that altered the course of America. Over 100 reenactors will portray heroes from the past, both known and forgotten, in this living history portrait of the American values of patriotism, bravery, sacrifice, integrity, and hard work. This park event will also feature the treasure keepers from today. Celebrate with rangers from Yosemite National Park, New Orleans Jazz National Historical Park, and others at the 100th Anniversary Birthday Bash. The event concludes on Monday the 11th with the U.S. Mint launching of the America the Beautiful Quarter for Kentucky, featuring Cumberland Gap National Historical Park. Come experience all of this and more at An American Memoir, April 9th, 10th, and 11th. For more information, call the park or check our website at nps.gov/CUGA.
Todd's a great guy. I mean, look at him. What a sweetheart. Attaboy. Wait, Todd, what are you doing? How totally selfish and un-Todd-like of you. Come on, Todd. Come on, man.
I come from a big family. I'm the oldest of 6. To me, being the first person to go to college, it's like setting a standard, you know? My little brother is 8 years old now. I challenge his curiosity. I challenge him to dream. I have to paint a picture for him that he can look up to and live up to and possibly be better than. My name is Jaquez, and I am your dividend.
And welcome back. The Cumberland Gap National Historical Park will kick off a special weekend of events April 9th through the 11th to commemorate the release of the 32nd quarter in the America the Beautiful Quarter program. The weekend, titled An American Memoir, will explore American values of the past, present, and future in 3 frontier areas. Park staff will be hosting over 200 local school children during the weekend. The program is part of a larger celebration marking the National Park Service centennial. For more information on the event, you can contact 606-248-2817. But don't forget, you can also join in on the fun on Monday, April 11th, when 2 Middlesboro Elementary School 4th grade students will take the helm at the United States Mint launch ceremony for the America the Beautiful quarters. It will honor Cumberland Gap National Historical Park. The event will start at 11 o'clock at the park's visitor center on Pinnacle Road in Middlesboro. Highlights will include a swearing in of more than 2,200 junior rangers. The free event will conclude with a coin exchange where the public can trade cash for $10 rolls of the new minted Cumberland Gap National Historical Park quarters. U.S. Representative Hal Rogers will be there for the ceremony, along with the National Park Deputy Director Peggy Odell and Southeast Region Director Stan Austin. The United States Mint will host a coin forum the afternoon before the launch ceremony at Pine Mountain State Park Resort. The coin forum is an opportunity for members of the public to express their views about future coinage and learn about upcoming United States Mint coin programs and initiatives. The Cumberland Gap National Historical Park Quarter is the 32nd release in the United States Mint collection for America the Beautiful quarters, a 12-year initiative that will honor 56 national parks and other national sites. Each year, the public will see 5 new national sites depicted on the tail side of the America the Beautiful quarters. The United States Mint is issuing these quarters in the order in which the national sites were officially established. Congressman John J. Duncan Jr. introduced the Healthier Act to assist charitable organizations across the country by providing free health care to those in need. Currently, many of these organizations have difficulties recruiting large numbers of licensed doctors in the states where these free health clinics are conducted. The Healthier Act will give a financial reward to any state that allows licensed medical professionals to travel from other states to volunteer in their services. 10 states have already such a program. And according to Duncan, this is unlike many recent healthcare initiatives. The Healthier Act is not a federal mandate and it does not require new spending. The bill is supported by many of the leading health organizations like the Federation of State Medical Boards, the National Council of State Boards of Nursing, the Tennessee Medical Association, and several others. Stan Brock, founder of Remote Area Medical, a nationally recognized nonprofit, said, "The Healthier Act offers hope to millions of impoverished and underserved Americans while providing opportunities for thousands of volunteer licensed healthcare providers to cross state lines and change people's lives." Congressman Flashman, Rowe, MD, and Desjardins, MD, have all signed as original co-sponsors of this bill. About 1 in 3 Tennesseans is classified as obese, and a report released by survey company Wallet Hub names 4 Tennessee cities, including Memphis, Chattanooga, Knoxville, and Nashville, in the top 15 of its fattest cities in America in the list for 2016. The analysis looked at the percentage of inactivity, amounts of fruits and vegetables that were consumed, and of course, weight. Chattanooga registered dietitian and nutrition therapist Pam Kelly says while survey results like this may accurately indicate a societal challenge, they can be harmful to individuals who are actively battling a weight problem. According to a separate analysis by the United Health Foundation, physical inactivity decreased in Tennessee by 28% in the last year. Kelly says a contributing factor to battling obesity in parts of Tennessee is the number of food deserts in urban areas that lack access to affordable and healthy food. They are often located in low-income areas. Kelly acknowledges much of the obesity issue in Tennessee and other southern states could be born out of a cultural love of fried food and rich foods. She adds healthier choices start with small steps. Other diet changes can include making a selection of lean meats meats, replacing fat-laden dips and sauces with things like hummus, guacamole, and Greek yogurt, and increasing the number of whole foods that you can consume daily. Now be sure you stay with us after the break because Brandon Burke is going to be giving you your sports update for your weekend edition of LMU Community TV News.
I come from a big family. I'm the oldest of 6. To me, being the first person to go to college, it's like setting a standard, you know? My little brother is 8 years old now. I challenge his curiosity. I challenge him to dream. I have to paint a picture for him that he can look up to and live up to and possibly be better than. My name is Jaquez, and I am your dividend.
Todd's a great guy. I mean, look at him. What a sweetheart. Attaboy. Wait, Todd, what are you doing? How totally selfish and un-Todd-like of you. Come on, Todd. Come on, man.
I dare you. I dare you to change the world. Yeah, you. In that college education. I dare you to be somebody important. Like be a teacher. Or a reality TV star. I dare you to stand up here. To call the shots. To be a role model.
An inspiration. An innovator.
To be a teacher. You can change my life. Make me excited about science like you. Have a career that really means something. Then do it. I dare you.
Hey, look, it's those guys.
Get some drinks!
Are you good to drive?
I'm fine.
How many did you have?
I should be fine.
You should be?
Go and step out of the vehicle for me.
See ya, buddy. Good luck. So turns out, buzz driving and drunk driving, they're the same thing, and it costs around $10,000. So not worth it.
Welcome back. The LMU softball team hosted Tusculum College on Tuesday for a South Atlantic Conference doubleheader. In Game 1, LMU got on the board first using a Brianna Schrimpf RBI single, an Allie Jones 2 RBI single, and a Meredith Johnson RBI single to take a 4-0 lead in the third. Tusculum responded with a Jenna Restivo 2 RBI single in the fifth to cut the deficit to 4-2. That would be as close as the Pioneers would get in Game 1, as LMU's Jennifer Moose hit a solo home run in the fifth, and Brianna Taylor hit a solo home run in the sixth to start, and LMU defeated Tusculum 10-2 in 6 innings. Jones finished with 4 RBIs, while Taylor got the win in the circle, going 6 innings, allowing 3 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned run, while striking out none. Game 2 started out the same way the first game ended, with LMU scoring runs. Jennifer Moose hit an RBI single in the first inning to put LMU in front 1-0. LMU would add 2 runs in the second and 2 more in the fifth to take the lead 5-1. Tusculum would rally in the 6th inning with a Robin Stoner 2 RBI single and a Rachel Weisner RBI single, but they would fall 1 run short, losing 5-4. Samantha Smith picked up her 5th win of the season, going 4 innings, allowing 8 hits, 1 run, while striking out 2. The Lady Rail Splitters will be back in action on Saturday at the Dorothy Neely Field when they play host to conference leader Catawba College. Game 1 of that doubleheader will start at 1 p.m. The LMU baseball team was in Greenville, Tennessee on Wednesday for a non-conference matchup with Tusculum. Dante Key and Zach Fincham both hit RBI triples in the first and the second innings respectively to help put the Pioneers ahead 4-0. LMU got on the board in the fifth when Wes Niederland scored on a throwing error, but that would be the only run that would plate for the Rail Splitters, and they fell 7-1. LMU only had 5 hits on the day, and Pete Pratty took the loss on the mound, going 1 2/3 innings, allowing 7 hits, 4 runs, while striking out none. The Rail Splitters will have to regroup as they hit the road this weekend for a 3-game set with Mars Hill that will start with a doubleheader on Saturday and the final game of the series on Sunday. The LMU men's and women's lacrosse teams were also in Greenville on Wednesday, facing Tusculum. The women got the day started, and early on it was in a battle. Savannah Elliott got Tusculum on the board first with a goal less than a minute in. Breasia James came back with 2 goals for LMU, and the Lady Rail Splitters took the lead. LMU had the lead 4-3 when the Pioneers went on a 12-3 run to end the half, leading 15-7. Jasmine Click and James each scored in the first 7 minutes of the second half, but the damage was done. Tusculum scored 7 goals in the second half en route to a 22-10 victory. James led LMU with 4 goals, while Tusculum's Elliott led all scorers with 7 goals. The LMU men got on the board first in their matchup on an unassisted goal by Kyle Arcuri that would spark a 5-0 run to start the game. Ben Boyd and Chris Ryan would score for Tusculum, but LMU led after the first 6-2. The Rail Splitters would add 3 more goals in the second compared to Tusculum's 2, and the halftime score would see LMU in front 9-4. The Rail Splitters would continue to lead after the third quarter 13-6, but that's when Tusculum made their run. The Pioneers scored 6 unanswered goals in the fourth, highlighted by 2 goals by Dallas Wade, but Chris Ryan's tying attempt went wide, and a late turnover by Mitch Chapman sealed the game, and LMU won 13-12. Adam Golia led LMU with 3 goals as the Rail Splitters captured their first ever South Atlantic Conference win in program history. The men and women's lacrosse teams will now return home for Saturday when they play host to Brevard at the LMU Soccer Complex. The men will start at 1 p.m. with the women's game to follow. The LMU Sports Network will cover the men's game with live video online. Also coming up this week, the LMU beach volleyball team will travel to Birmingham, Alabama for the UAB Blazer Beach Duels on Saturday and Sunday. They will face the likes of Jacksonville State and Alabama Birmingham on Saturday and Louisiana Monroe and Spring Hill on Sunday. That's all for sports this weekend, but stay tuned as Joseph Lewis and Tyler Rowlett will be here after the break to let you know about movies being released to the big screen and concerts coming up this weekend when we return to LMU Community TV News.
You think getting dumped by text is harsh? Try getting dumped by a tennis ball. My ex-owner drove me out to the woods, yelled fetch, and by the time I brought the ball back, he was gone. Yeah, I was pissed. But the folks at the shelter helped me let go of my anger. I learned coping skills, like taking it to the hole. Boom! Now I'm ready to fetch again. But how about I throw and you run and get it?
They said a bottle was just a bottle. That no one would ever notice me. But I knew I could be more. That one day, I would make people smile.
College. It can seem a million miles away. But what if you could get help with your tuition expenses? Get help filling out all those applications and finding a major that fits. All of a sudden, the impossible becomes possible. Visit collegefortn.org today. College. You can get there from here.
I'm Jenny Garth, and as a mother of 3, I know kids worry about a lot of things. Getting enough food to eat shouldn't be one of them. But here in America, that is a real worry for 1 in 5 children. This is unacceptable, and something Feeding America is working to solve. Through a nationwide network of food banks, Feeding America serves virtually every community in the United States, including yours. See how you can help your community. Visit feedingamerica.org. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're Feeding America.
Hello, I'm Joseph Lewis, bringing you all the latest information in the world of movies. Coming to theaters this April Fool's Day weekend is God's Not Dead 2, the sequel to 2014's surprise hit in which an evangelical college student set out to prove the existence of God to his atheist professor. Directed once again by Harold Cronk, this follow-up stars Melissa Joan Hart as a school teacher battling the legal system after she addresses her religion in the classroom. Ray Wise of TV's Twin Peaks and Ernie Hudson of Ghostbusters co-star, and Christian pop group Newsboys will once again make an appearance. Next up for this week is Meet the Blacks, a spoof film from writer-director Deon Taylor that overtly parodies elements of the 2013 horror movie The Purge. Comedian Mike Epps stars as Carl Black, a father who moves his family to their new home in Beverly Hills on the very day crime is deemed legal for a 24-hour period. Expanding to a wide release this week is I Saw the Light, a musical biopic in which Marvel favorite Tom Hiddleston stars as legendary country singer Hank Williams. Following the icon from his young life to his rise to fame to his shocking early death, I Saw the Light also stars Elizabeth Olsen as his wife Audrey, alongside The West Wing's Bradley Whitford as his producer Fred Rose. Mark Abraham, previously responsible for the Little Scene 2008 Robert Kearns biography Flash of Genius, writes and directs the film. Lastly for this week, in limited release, is Everybody Wants Some, the latest work from filmmaker Richard Linklater, the man behind the award-winning Boyhood, as well as 1993's Dazed and Confused, to which this film acts as a sort of spiritual sequel. Set in 1980s Texas and starring a cast of fresh-faced unknowns, Everybody Wants Some follows the lives of a group of college baseball players over the course of their freshman year. The film has received wildly positive reviews since its world premiere at this year's South by Southwest Film Festival, and it will certainly be of interest to fans of Dazed and Confused and Linklater's other movies. God's Not Dead 2, Meet the Blacks, and I Saw the Light can be seen in theaters nationwide starting this Friday, April 1st, while Everybody Wants Some will be available in select cities. And as always, be sure to check your local listings for special Thursday night screenings in the area. That's all for today in the world of movies. I'm Joseph Lewis.
I'm Tyler Rowlett of 91.3 WLMU and LMU Community TV. And here's your concert calendar for the week of March 31st, 2016. This weekend in Knoxville is a big one for music all over the city. Thursday starts this year's Big Ears Festival. The festival features performances at various venues throughout downtown Knoxville, including theaters like the Tennessee and the Bijou, to clubs, galleries, and museums. And it's more than just music, too. Big Ear celebrates all forms of art and creativity. One of the highlights of this year's festival will be the performance of Lou Reed's Drones. The show will be set up by Lou Reed's former guitar tech and has been described as a 3-hour musical, visual, and spiritual experience. Some artists that I personally recommend checking out this weekend are Andrew Bird, Kamasi Washington, and Bonnie Prince Billy. The festival lasts all weekend. And for more information on the Big Ears Festival, you can visit bigearsfestival.com. I'm Tyler Rowlett of 91.3 WLMU and LMU Community TV, and that's your concert calendar for the week of March 31st, 2016.
And that is going to do it for LMU Community TV News Weekend Edition. Thank you for joining us today. We will see you on Monday. And for everyone here at LMU Community TV News, I'm Ashley Collingsworth. Have a great weekend.